Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back after this Thanksgiving break. Today and our Delta Math problem set, we're going to be looking at really two major vocabulary words that we see in our circles. So the first vocab word is this notion of central angle. So what this says is that the angle measure of the central angle is congruent to the measure of its intercepted arc. So intercept means that, they just kind of meet each other. So to kind of give you a real life example of this, I'm going to draw a circle and I'm going to draw, let's say that I had an angle like this, and I'll call this like A, B, C. So this angle here, if this angle is 80 degrees, we can also say that arc AC is equal to 80 degrees. If I went to, Domino's Pizza and I had one pizza slice that was 45 degrees, its central angle would be 45 degrees, and the intercepted arc, or like the bread crust, would be 45 degrees of the 360 degree around the circle bread crust. Another type of problem that we have are called the inscribed angles. So basically, inscribed angles are half of the central angle. So for instance, if I have a central angle that measures 80 degrees, the inscribed angle would be 40 degrees. I call these like the Space Invader problems for you video game people. And one of the things that's actually kind of cool is I could actually make inscribed angles by just using 2 points. So as long as I'm using those 2 points, I'm going to get a 40-degree inscribed angle. Now, let's look at some Delta math problems and see what they look like. All right, so let's take a look here at this arc measure problem here. So this says that arc RT is 62 degrees. And it's asking us to find the measure of the, well, ultimately, the central angle. So this arc here is 62 degrees. And remember, the central angle is exactly the same. And it should go, nice and quick if you know your central angle. So I just put 62. Good. Let's go and take a look now. Another one here. This is another central angle problem. And when you get in the rhythm of these, you can see that the central angle matches the arc. And this one would be 82. And this one would be 88 degrees. So you want to make sure that you are getting these problems down because you want to have some examples to look after, and see these patterns here. So its DF is 88. Central angle matches and is the same. All right. Now this problem is a little different here. So I always like to think about, is this a central angle or is this a inscribed angle? And I see here that this is a inscribed angle. So what this is telling me is to actually take half of the arc measure to get 35 degrees, because the arc measure is 70 degrees, and if I drew a central angle, that angle would be 70 degrees, and then the inscribed would be, 70 divided by 2, or 1/2 of 70, which is 35 degrees. So central and inscribed, these basic ones are going to be kind of your first problem type for today. The second problem type that you're going to see is the inscribed angle theorem. So what this basically is it's inscribed angle problems that are a little harder to visualize, but if you actually go and you mark the angles that they are talking about, you will be in pretty good shape. So I like to do LPN, so I'm going to mark that. I'm going to do LPN, and it says that angle is 43 degrees. So what that means is that the intercepted arc, and I'm just going to do this in a different color, so maybe I'll do green. Is 2 times 43. This gets me a total of 86 degrees. And it's asking us for what is the measure of angle LMN. So I'm just going to erase here for a second the red. And we're just going to hone in on the LMN. And I'd like you to just ignore, I wish there was a way we could erase the line, but just focus on the green arc and its central angle. So what this is it's just now a conventional central angle problem. So this would be 86 degrees. So remember, intercepted arcs and central angles are twice as many degrees as the intercepted arc, or the inscribed angle. This one is your classic Space Invaders problem here. So it says EFG is 34. Find the measure of EHG. So for this one, what you're saying here, I like to just go to my diagram and highlight EFG. And this gets me a total of 34 degrees. And then maybe I'll do a different color. Maybe I'll do green to do EHG. So I'm going to go EHG. And this would be a half of 34. That gets me a total of 17. So these will be, kind of the problems that put everything together and really help you kind of develop and visualize, those inscribed angles and those central angles together. So thank you very much for tuning in, and have a good practice session.